Hi, welcome to Grandma Reads. Grandma reads because reading energizes and develops soul. This book reading is dedicated to Ketanji Brown Jackson, our new Supreme Court of the United States judge. We are so proud of Ketanji Brown Jackson. Remember, if you can touch the moon, nothing is impossible. Impossible Moon, written by Breanna J. McDaniel, with pictures by Tonya Engel. When Grana was better, she told Mable the best stories. Nowadays, Grandma lies in bed, still smiling, still creaky and wrinkly and warm. She's too weak to tell stories now. It seems impossible she'll ever get better. But her stories beat strong in Mabel's heart. And for now, Grandma is still here. Mable stays close, mapping constellations and listening just in case Grana has a little story to share. One day, Grana points to Mabel's moon maps and says, "If we can touch the moon, then what is impossible?" Later at bedtime, Mabel's gaze lands on the moon. Its light, bright, and magnificent, calls her to it. Mabel's bed becomes a trampoline. Her bed sheet wings, and she bets she can bounce to the moon. She bets she can make impossible things possible. Mabel counts down, then jets through the window, up, up, and away. She spies a drinking gourd and stops for a sip. As Mabel cups sky water from the dipper, she looks way down to the ground and sees crisscrossing tracks. She imagines they are a long ago railroad that people rode to freedom. She doesn't see the lion slowly creeping up behind her until it growls real soft. She whispers, "Courage, Mabel." Knees knocking, wings quivering, she inhales and Mabel is saved by a shooting star. Suddenly, the king is a kitten, off to capture the light. Heart pounding, wings beating, Mabel swivels in the air and swoosh! A flash of fur charges by, barking, shakes the clouds. Swoosh! Mabel struggles through the thunder and dodges lightning. The dog's bark is close, and now the moon is hidden. Once more she says, "Come on, courage, Mabel. Then she says in a big voice like her mama's, "Sit!" It's still mighty cloudy, but the storm calms, and the dog, he sits. With soft pats to his neck, Mabel asks, "Who's a good boy?" She climbs aboard and says, "Take me to the moon, please." Bounding through the skies, they pass twins, skipping through the heavens, and a man pouring out rainwater from a pitcher, who waves as they fly by. Then a high-pitched whistle breaks through the air. The dog raises his head and bounces back toward a man with a bow and arrow, away from the moon. Mable releases the dog as the man bends to greet his friend. She needs to get to the moon and then back to Grana. Wait, maybe the archer knows where the moon is. "Excuse me, sir, I'm on my way to the moon. Can you tell me which way to go?" "Up," he says. Above their heads, there is the moon. Not close, but not impossible anymore. The moon shines, and an idea bursts into Mabel's mind. "Sir," she says, "a little help, please?" Up Mable goes in his palm, his arm stretching his bow. Mabel is the arrow shooting straight and true to the moon. She reaches out her hand to touch its bright surface, ready to prove to folks and to herself that nothing is impossible. But Mable misses. She misses the moon. Dear Mable, she's so tired, and she drifts through the sky, eyes closed, heart heavy. Then someone plucks Mable from her fall and holds her close. It's a sister. "We got you," the sister says simply. Mable is wrapped in a blanket of stars. 7 times she is passed to loving arms, each sister cradling her and sharing lullabies of "We got you" and "Hush now" and "Breathe, baby." Mable is safe, rock-a-bying in the sky. She yawns and stretches, her hands up and cupping the now faraway moon in her palm. She sleeps. When Mable wakes up, the sun is high. She rushes to tell Grana about her journey to touch the moon. Grana sits up in her bed. Impossible before, but now she's there, creaky and wrinkly and warm, saying, "Mable, you tell the best stories." Later that night, Mabel bounces on her bed, ready to take flight. Her mission is clear. Impossible moon? No such thing. So, remember, 3, 2, 1. 3 things you learned as a result of hearing the book read. 2 things you will do as a result of hearing the book read. And 1 book you will read this week. Remember, this book is dedicated to the impossible. But remember, there is nothing impossible, dedicated to our new Supreme Court Justice of the United States of America, Supreme Court Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson.